Hello friends, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Unifred, and if you are new here, I create crochet content tutorials. So today we'll be learning how to make this Valentine top. 'Tis the season and the knot is called a love knot. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below so you will be notified every time I upload a new video. And please don't forget to subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So for today's project, we'll be using acrylic yarn, and you can use any yarn of your choice. This is a thin strand, so I'll be doubling my yarn, and I'll be using a 5mm crochet hook. So you take your measurement, you take your bust measurements like what I'm doing in the video. Mine is equals to 6 inches. So I'm going to chain a chain long enough to fit that measurement. So you make a slip knot, and chain a chain long enough to fit 6 inches. So I'll meet you when you are done with yours. So I'm back and I have 25 chains, and it's exactly 6 inches. So I'm going to chain up to, turn yarn over and into the third chain from the hook, which is 1, 2, 3. You go in there with a double crochet, and then into the next stitch you go in there with a double crochet, and go ahead and make double crochet till you get to the end of your work. So I'm at the end of my row, and I'm going to go into the last stitch with a double crochet, chain up to, turn your work. This counts as a double crochet, so you skip here and to the next stitch you go in there with a double crochet, and then you double crochet all the way to the end. And when you get to the end, you chain up to, and then you repeat the process. So I'll meet you when you get to the end of row 2 to show you how to end and begin your row one last time. So I'm at the end of row 2, yarn over and into the last double crochet space you go in there with double crochet, chain up to, turn your work, and you skip this stitch into the next stitch. You're going to go in there with a double crochet because our chain 2 counts as a double crochet. So go ahead and then make this so it fits your front bust, and I'll see you when I have covered up my bust with this crochet piece. So I'm back, and I did 35 rows in total, and I already went ahead to do my arm. So I'm going to show you how to do the arm, and I won't be doubling my yarn for this side, so we'll put this aside, and after I'll just show you how I achieved this. So you make a slip knot, and a chain up to, and you're going to make a single crochet into the last chain from the hook. After you make the single crochet, you hold the single crochet you made and pull your yarn about an inch or so, and then you yarn over and insert your hook. After you insert your hook at the back of the chain you just did, you're going to go in there and make a single crochet. So you're going to repeat that. You pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, and then go in there and grab the back of the chain and pull through to make a single crochet. So the act of pulling is called a love knot, and you are going to be repeating that same process. So I'll be making 17 of these, and I'll meet you when I am done with my 17 love knots, end with a single crochet. So I'm back, and I have 17 love knots. So you count by the stretches you made. That's what makes one knot. And You carefully join it to your single crochet, and you make a single crochet. Now you make two love knots, and then you're going to skip three, 1, 2, 3 love knots. All of this is parts. So 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth, you're going to go in there with a single crochet. Sorry, I completed my single crochet. I wasn't supposed to, so okay. After completing it, then you make two love knots, one and two. So after you made the two, skip one into the second single crochet space. You go in there with a single crochet. So go ahead and repeat that. Make two love knots, and then skip one single crochet space into the next single crochet space. You go in there with a love knot. So go ahead and repeat that to get to the end, and I'll meet you when you get to the end of row 2. So I've gotten to the end of my work, and then I'm going to go into this single crochet space with a single crochet, and then make two love knots. So I'm going to place a stitch marker here to just see the beginning of my row. So when I'm ending my rows, I just eyeball it and then end my row, because you will lose your stitches. So if you're worried, you can place a stitch marker at the beginning and the end of each row here. But it really doesn't matter. So you skip one chain one space into the next chain one space, this loop space. You go in there with a single crochet, make two love knots, and we'll be basically repeating this throughout till we have 30 rows. You skip one, and then into this you make a love knot. So go ahead and rewind and repeat. So this is how your work should look like. Let me show you how it looks like. So because it's red, it's hard to see. Skip here and here. So I'll meet you at the end to show you how to end and begin the row one last time. So I've gotten to the end of the row. You're going to skip one single crochet into the next single crochet space. You're going to go in there with a single crochet, and then you repeat what you've been doing. So I'll meet you when you have 30 rows in total, or make your sleeves as long as you want it. And then mine was equal to 23 inches. So this is the part we'll be joining to the shoulder, the base we started with. So after you have your number of rows, I did 30 rows in total, you divide it into two and attach it. So you count 11 from the edge to here, and then you count 11 from the edge to here, and then you sew it together like what I'm doing. So I have 13 rows in the middle, and I have 11 on both sides. So I'm going to sew it together. You can decide to attach with a single crochet too, but I think sewing in this case is better. So you sew from the edge to the mark side, and then this is where we began our rows. That's where you're attaching your arms from. The place where you chained two and started with your love knots. But you can attach any side, doesn't really matter. Go ahead and sew to this side, and I'll meet you when you get to the side. So I'm done sewing, so make sure you sew correctly, and I'm going to attach my yarn on the third loop from the edge. So 1, 2, 3, the third loop in the single crochet. I'm going to attach my yarn, chain 1, and then you go in there again and make a single crochet and make 10 love knots. You chain 1 and then you cut off your yarn and you pull through. You do the same thing for the other side. So for the bottom, I attached my yarn and then made 12 love knots. So I'm going to do the same thing for this other side, and then I made it extra long, the knots. So attach your yarn into the corner, chain up 1, insert your hook into that same corner again, make a single crochet, and then stretch out your yarn more and make longer knots. So that's it. I made 12. Go ahead and make yours as long as you want. And after I weave in my ends, and I'll show you the final look. This is the top. This is how it turned out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now see you in the next video.